Hello to all of you beautiful souls. Peace on earth and love and light to you. I am Gabrielle.Ether. Welcome to my channel. Y'all, I want to talk to you guys about letting other people project their fears onto you, because it's something I've been dealing with here lately. So yeah, pay attention to this water right here. I wonder, is it people be like blurring out like the names and stuff on their video? So I wonder if I get in trouble if I do that. I don't know. I don't got a big channel. They probably ain't paying me no attention. I don't know. So this is just where I'm happy to be. This is just where I'm happy to be, like, sitting right now. And like I told you all, a lot of times when I'm getting messages, I'm usually laying down. It's really early in the morning, late at night, and I thought the phone was kind of like sitting down, but I have to have it up to my mouth. But instead, it's like showing this part, so that's why this is there. And then it's like I have this very healthy water here, and right behind it, I got it because I've been drinking stuff like this lately. Juice. But anyways, so y'all look at water. I really want to get around to where I'm showing my face more, but whatever, it's early. Y'all, so since I've been on this journey, there's just one thing that I've been hearing all the time. Before I left Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a lot of you guys know because I mention it all the time. So which part should I start on? I'm thinking. A lot of you guys know, since I left Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I moved to Houston, Texas, where I'm at now, I spent a little time in LA. That's where I thought that I really wanted to go. It didn't take me long when I got to LA, and I felt like I don't want to be in LA anymore. Like, I had been to LA before, but I kind of feel like I had outgrew LA personally for me, just because of just certain things that I was experiencing. I didn't like it anymore. I left there really fast, went back to Alabama. I stayed in Alabama just for a little while. It came here to Houston, where I've also been before. I got to Houston. I didn't know how I was going to feel, but it felt so good. And I was like, yeah, I've always loved this energy. I always loved the energy of Houston. I've been here for a while now, and I just love it, okay? So, but every time I get into a hard place, you guys know whose voice I hear? And I'm just going to say it. It's my grandmother's voice. So, this is one reason why you should not let other people project their fears onto you, or watch out when you do that. It's also very easy as an empath to do that. Hey, I got another video coming up on like the difference between empaths, because a lot of people just think they're empaths and they're not. So it's easy as an empath to do that. I like when I looked up, I saw 333. Anyways, so but this video is also going to be about not telling certain people, or not actually putting your plans and ideas out there until the universe has manifested them. Okay, so negativity is real. Some people don't believe that. Believe it or not, it is real, because you guys won't know. I've met a couple of people in my life, like a good amount of people, that has told me like negativity just don't enter their lives because they keep their space so positive. That form of thinking is kind of negative, because it's unrealistic. Like, negativity don't really care how positive you keep your stuff. It's not that they can't come in, they're just not gonna want to come in, because you do have positivity there. But then that arrogance is one way they can get in. But anyways, like, a lot of negative entities are not following people because they don't put up a big enough threat, and that's why a lot of people don't really experience a lot of negativity in their lives. So I know a lot of people don't believe in that. So with that being said, you should not tell your ideas until until the universe is finished manifesting them, because some people are negative, and then there are a lot of negative entities just waiting to listen to you. Give those secret things away that your spiritual team has already told you, just so they can take it and they can ruin it, because they don't want you helping nobody else, okay? So they're listening to you, telling your best friend. Sometimes you can't tell your best friend. So when you hear or you just feel a little funny, the universe is saying, no, don't say it, don't tell nobody. And you're wondering why this is my friend, but the universe is like, no, you can't tell nobody. Funny, you guys, right when I said that, my best friend popped up on my phone. So, and I just absolutely love her. But yeah, you cannot tell nobody sometimes. Why? Because negative entities follow you, special people, especially you special people who are like just special, and you are called and you're chosen for special purposes. Yeah, there are people out there like that, but anyways, you have these unique ideas that nobody else have. You can't tell your best friend, because your best friend is going to be there for you. It's going to support you, of course, have only your best interests at heart. But you have negative entities are like, okay, we don't know what the universe have told you. We don't know those secret things that your ancestors have whispered to you, that these angels and your whole spiritual team have whispered to you. We don't know those things. So we want to know what it is that, those secret things that has been revealed through you, through spirit. So we want you to tell your homegirl so we can hear it, and we can take it, and then we can make your life horrible. Because what they can't do is they can't stop it, but they can do things so bad to you to make you stop it, okay? So that's why you can't tell things until it manifests sometimes, And so, especially, you guys know, you can't tell negative thinking people, or just people who vibrate low. With that being said, I told my grandmother before I left, we're leaving, and my grandmama is negative thinking, not because she's a bad person, because she was brought up like that. And for some odd reason, her and a lot of people in my family think when you leave your family, it's a bad thing, okay? For some reason, they think like that. I don't know. They just do. They think that you need your family. You can't do anything without your family. You can't go anywhere without your family. If you live in a place other than where your family at, then you just going to mess up. I don't know. I know that sounds unrealistic, but yes, they do think like that, okay? So, because everyone around there, especially my immediate family, lives in this little bubble, and I think it's so sad, okay? Leave it up to me. I wanted to go to a place where didn't nobody know my name, because a lot of people I meet, they say, wow, you're here without any family, and I'm like, yeah, and I love it, and they're like, you don't know anybody, you don't have any family, friends. I do have a couple of friends here, but it's almost as if I'm still here by myself, because they stay way, way, way out, and so yeah, I don't really know anybody. So yeah, I really like that. So I am true introverted, and I love the fact that y'all, I be walking to the store looking so raggedy sometimes. I'm getting a little off subject. And I be loving it, because I already know ain't nobody gonna tell me, ain't nobody gonna know me, I love that. So my family begin taking stuff personal, and they get offended just because I don't want to live around y'all. They think it's personal. No, I just like to be by myself. A lot of people who don't really know that, just feel and yeah, of course, I get real lonely sometimes. I want to be around my sister, my nephew, my mama, my grandmama, I used to be. I get really lonely sometimes, and I want to be around my friends and stuff. So I am human, but do I want to live there? No, I love the fact of living away. So I'm just saying, you guys, that's why that I can't tell them things, because they are negative in the way that they are trained to think, okay? So, And that's why you guys can't tell certain people. It's not that they have bad intentions for you. Now, if you know they have bad intentions for you, that's obvious. Don't tell them nothing. But I saw something pop up on my phone. So anyways, lost focus. But my grandmother told me before I left, she was like, what if y'all don't have no food? She was like, you can take it. Your son can take it because, he's an adult. But your baby, she can't take it. So never have we never had any food. Like, for one, they just think unrealistic things like that. And that's one reason why I used to hate being around them sometimes, because they really think like their thoughts really go to the left sometimes. Like my mama, her thoughts really go to the left sometimes. And so never will I ever get in a situation where I cannot feed my children. It has never happened. So we get low sometimes on stuff naturally, like everybody in the world do. So, statistics say that. Don't nobody wanna admit it. But yeah, we've never. Oh, I looked up. I saw 1111. So yeah, y'all, I'm looking down. So whenever I look up and catch these numbers, I'm loving it. But anyways, So of course we get low on things sometimes, and then the universe kicks in and usually really helps us out, and that's great. But anyways, but yeah, I've never been in that situation before. I would never get in that situation before. But when I do get on low times sometimes, and it doesn't have anything to do with food, most of the time that's not the problem. It's just other little things. Sometimes we had to move from one apartment to another one because our first apartment had mold, and everyone would get, like, me and my son would get sick, but my daughter never would. Like, me and my son would get rashes, but my daughter never would. Like, we have bug problems, like, my daughter would never get bit. So, but me and my son would. But you know what I would hear? I would always hear my grandmother's voice telling me, you can handle stuff, your son can handle stuff, but your daughter can't. She's only 3. And I would hear that. And sometimes I say, you know what? At least it was clean at my mama's house. Let me go back to my mama's house. At least I had more stability at my mama's house. Let me go back to my mama's house. Or, and even if I say something crazy happened and I had to go back, I don't want it to be because of someone else's fears. It needs to be my decision and based on exactly what I want to do. So y'all pray for me. Let's hope that does not happen, okay? I'm just keeping it all the way real. But, I don't know, what's some little note I keep getting, keeps popping up. So y'all, don't let people project their fears onto you, because it's something that you're never worried about. You were never worried about because you had the faith to go through it. You had the endurance to go through it. But then somebody tell you something negative, they could be just looking out for you. And next thing you know, you are, taking it in, and it has now stuck with you. So now I hate that I did that, because when I heard Spirit say don't tell nobody, even though they feel betrayed when I don't tell them stuff, who cares? What they're feeling when you do got children to live for, you got yourself to live for, you got other people to live for, I got subscribers to live for, believe it or not. So, and so I gotta do what's best for me. I gotta live. I can't be hearing your negative thoughts throughout my journey. You guys can't be hearing other people's negative thoughts throughout your journey. Then you gotta fight through their fears, through not only your fears, but their fears too. Well, you knew before they told you that you was already equipped for the journey, okay? So anybody that has any negative fears that are not your own, stop right now and erase those and say, you know what, those fears are not my own. those negative fears are not my own. Leave me right now. I will no longer be entrapped by anyone else's negative fears, by anyone else's fears. No longer. If I'm going to have a fear, it's going to be my own, and then I'm going to get over it like that, okay? And that's all I wanted to tell you guys, okay? So just be careful, you guys. Make sure if you're having a fear that it's at least yours and not nobody else's. And then when it's fears, you know, like they say, fears are usually, you know, false evidence appearing real. I think that's how it goes. False things appearing real, whatever. But I forgot what the E stand for. You guys know what I'm saying. So, and also, don't tell things until the universe is ready for you to tell it, okay? And that's all, you guys. That's what I had to talk to you about today. I don't know if I'm going to upload this as a Sunday sermon, because I really want to do that, or just a really regular message for you guys. But that is all, you guys. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe. Bye.